Hi, kids. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which shares its title with a George A. Romero film. Not sure if that's intentional or not. We've talked about in the last Halloween video that these films like to reference each other, horror films. This one, interestingly, playing on the TV instead of The Thing from Another Planet or instead of Night of the Living Dead. This one, we are playing Halloween, the original. So, Halloween 3 exists in a universe where Halloween 1 is a movie, I guess. So, Halloween 2 came out, made $25.5 million at the box office, which is not very much compared to Halloween 1. But when you only invest $2.5 million to make it, you'll take it. So Carpenter and Hill are approached to do a third one. They agree that they will take part in a third one as long as there's no Michael and there's no Laurie. They finished that story in 2. No more of those guys. Okay, yeah, fine. So Nigel Neal, if you couldn't tell by the name, he is British screenwriter. He is hired to write the screenplay. Hill and Carpenter are just going to help produce the film. So they went from writing and directing to just writing to now just producing. So Neil writes screenplay. He submits it. One of the producers, Dino De Laurentiis, he came in the second one. He's not happy with it. He wants to add more sex and more gore. Neil, not happy with the changes being made, removes his name from the screenplay. Tommy Lee Wallace comes in and he adds the things that Dino asks for. Tommy Lee Wallace was a production assistant on the first Halloween. I think he's also one of the 3 men who occasionally donned the Michael Myers mask. So he comes on, he helps rewrite it. Joe Dante is to be our director. But Joe Dante leaves right before production starts, decides that he is going to take part in the Twilight Zone movie instead. I don't know what kind of, if he regrets that choice. So Tommy Lee Wallace is asked to direct. Tommy Lee Wallace was also asked to direct Halloween 2, and he declined. This time, he says, okay, fine. So now we have Michael Myers behind the camera instead of in front of us. I should mention also that Dean Cudney returns as a cinematographer for this one. In my opinion, of the 3, this is the best looking one. We're using John Carpenter's music again. We've used them in all 3. 2 was, I wasn't happy with the music in 2. I like it better return to form in 3. What do you think? So let's get to what Halloween 3 is a little bit. So there's no man in a mask, we've said, no Michael. So instead, our villain is a man who makes masks. Because you can only stray so far. So there's opening of this film, which is pretty great. A man running from someone who, car being followed. He ends up being brought to a hospital. So here we go. We're returning to a hospital. But we don't stay there. Man is murdered. And then his doctor and his daughter go to a small town where Halloween masks are made to investigate. This one, not a slasher at all. By the way, it's the start of the film. It's 8 more days till Halloween. It doesn't start on Halloween like the other ones. 8 more days to Halloween. The countdown that we hear quite a lot. The runtime on this one is 99 minutes, which makes it the longest Halloween. We went from 81, 82, 99. So let's see how long Halloween 4 is. How many kills? Well, Michael isn't in this one, so Michael doesn't kill anybody. But there are some on-screen deaths. There are 28 on-screen deaths. Halloween 1, Michael kills 5. Halloween 2, he kills 10. This one, there's 28 on-screen deaths. If you count, what do you want to call them? Robots? Cyborgs? They're not cyborgs. Androids, I guess. If you count android deaths, there's 28 of them in this film. And then this one sort of has a cliffhanger, downer ending. Anyways, do you like Halloween 3? I know at the time people were upset because there's no Michael. I should have mentioned. So Hill and Carpenter envisioned Halloween continuing on as an anthology series. Then you could have a new Halloween every Halloween because then you have a different director, a different screenwriter coming in, giving their take on just an event taking place on Halloween. You can have different genres, like this one isn't slasher, it's more of a pod person movie. That idea obviously was abandoned. But the rights to Halloween, I think, are currently up for grabs right now. I think Paramount and A24 are the top two in bidding for the rights to make a television series. So maybe we'll get an anthology Halloween series. Who knows? Might just be more Michael. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Bye.